I just got back from a weekend of backpacking, and this is what I do. I just lay on my deck with all my gear because I don't want to unpack yet. You want to see? Look at this. I just have all my gear. It was a good weekend though. It was good. It was really good. And I was thinking that I would do a video while I'm here at Spirit Forest and talk about what I miss when I'm in the wilderness, like what I miss in the city. Do you want to know? For those of you that have not watched my channel before, I camp between 60 and 70 days a year on my property or out in the wilderness. And my property is very woodsy. It's like a forest. It's the Spirit Forest as the name. And it feels like you're in the wilderness when you're on my property. Even though it is kind of more of a residential area, it does feel very wilderness-like. Oh, I'm taking off my shoes. That feels good. So I was just backpacking, and I had a great time. It was fun, and I wasn't alone, and I was with somebody, and it was good. It was good. And I'm a little tired, and maybe a little sunburnt too. Do you see my face? Totally forgot to put sunblock on. Yeah, well, so I look like pink. Maybe it'll tan. I doubt it. I doubt it. Oh gosh, this was good. So, I was thinking as I was sitting in my tent, actually, in the wilderness, I was thinking about a video that I could create for you guys. And it was, what do I miss in the city when I'm up in the wilderness? There are some things that I miss in the city. I'm from California. My dad lived in LA. My grandpa lived in LA. Another grandparents lived in like Redondo Beach area. So I was born and raised in the city. So there are certain things that I miss there that I don't have here. Now, I would say that one of the most things that I miss is the internet. And I hate to admit that. I really do. I hate to admit that. But there's times, and it's funny because it even happened this weekend with my friend too, is that we were thinking of something and we're like, oh, I wonder if this or this. And they're like, oh, we could just Google that, you know? And you go and you reach for your cell phone and you're getting ready. You're like, oh, wait a minute, I have no coverage. So having those immediate answers, I kind of miss that. I also miss being able to text people, you know, where it's out here. For this weekend, I've had no coverage. I have no coverage at Spirit Forest right now. I have nothing right now. So there's some weekends where I just have no coverage at all. And I'd like to text everybody to let them know that I'm okay and I'm off the trail, but I can't do that. Sorry, there's a bee on the camera. So I do miss my internet. I miss my cellular. I miss some of your messages that I get. I am delayed on my emails because I'll get some really beautiful emails from you and I can't respond until I get back to internet. And when I'm back to internet, usually I'm working and I work full time. And so some days I'm working like 9 to 10 hours a day. So it's hard to keep up, and I'd be able to keep up if I had internet out here. But it is also one of the things I like about being here is that I am disconnected, and it forces me to be disconnected, and I can appreciate the nature more and just being out here more because I'm not on my phone. And in fact, I would say when I went backpacking this weekend, I didn't even bring my phone in my backpack. Like, I left it in my car. I had no coverage, so I didn't really care. So that's one of the things that I miss being in the wilderness. Another thing that I miss is I don't know if it's called the city life. Like, for example, I took Madison to her first concert in Red Rocks. If you don't know what that is, I'll put some pictures here. And Red Rocks is an amphitheater in Denver that is it's just beautiful. And it was her first concert. And of course you got to do Red Rocks for your first concert. And we saw Norah Jones, and it was just really cool to be there. And you know, there was a ton of people, which I don't really like a lot of people, but it was nice to be there. So like the appreciation of art is a little bit more in the city than it is in the countryside. Like you don't have, like we'll have concerts here, we'll have events here in the city, but they're not like that, you know. They're not like Norah Jones or Jack Johnson or Big Head Todd and the Monsters. You know, that's one of my other bands that I really like. So you don't really get that out here. You don't get any of the big names that come to these little small areas. So I do kind of miss that. I miss my friends. You know, I had a friend tell me the other day, said, "You were gone all summer." And I was like, yeah, I was. Because literally I'm here, or I'm in the city, and when I'm in the city I'm working or hauling kids around to camps or functions or some activities they're doing. And so I miss my friends, and I do see them more in the fall and the winter time, but in the summertime I guess it's my time in the mountains, and they're pretty far away and they're not wilderness girls, and to get them out here I think would take a lot of effort, you know. I don't know. So I miss my friends. I miss going out with them and saying, hey, let's just go to the bar or something, you know. Some other things I miss is just being able to walk somewhere to eat. I have to bring all my food here. The nearest grocery store would be an hour drive there and back. And so if I want to grab something really fast to eat, it's really not really fast here. It's an hour drive to get food. So I kind of miss that, where in the city I can't count how many restaurants I could walk to from my house. I have a lot of restaurants in my area, so I kind of miss that. Not that I go out to eat that much, because I truly don't. I go out to eat maybe once every 3 months, I think, other than Chipotle, which I do like to visit Chipotle like once a week if I can. I miss having power. I know that sounds weird, but all the power that I have here is generated by the sun through a solar generator. I guess that's what you call it. My Goal Zero, where I have a couple solar panels, and I have to constantly watch my power, and I can't be on a computer. If I'm on my computer, I have probably about, I don't know, maybe 3 to 4 hours before I have no power here anymore. And so when I'm here for a long period of time, like 5 days, I'm out of power if I want to work on my computer. And the only reason I'd work on my computer is to edit these videos. Or like I'm doing an event right now where I'm volunteering, and she needs some graphic design done, and I need to work on my computer for that. And it's actually up here and local up here, and I can't help her until I get back down to the city. So I do kind of miss, you know, the power part of it. And in regards to my computer, like I can produce enough power for my cell phones and stuff, but not enough for my computer. I miss refrigeration. I miss not being able to cook what I want. Now this year I haven't brought ice at all to my property. I haven't brought any ice, so everything that I brought to eat can be sat in the sun. So, you know, I think last year I was bringing ice and it was just really a big pain. So this year it's been like basically noodles all the time, and that's all I've been bringing. Also, when I'm up here I don't meet a lot of people. I mean, I meet people, don't get me wrong. Like, I go to events, and, you know, I did go to that art event and met a lot of really cool girls and stuff, and they were a blast. But, you know, if I wanted to, like, date or anything like that, it's a lot easier in the city. And not everyone wants to drive up here. Which I think I've mentioned before, I'm totally fine with being single this summer. Totally fine with it, because I'm pretty busy, and it's good to have a break every once in a while, so I'm happy with this break. But that is something that I miss, though, because my friends that are single are going out on dates, and they're telling me about how their dates went and what they're doing, and I'm not doing that. And there's times where I'm like, shoot, I'm missing out. I think this one's obvious, but this is, I'm talking about, because I winter camp as well, and I miss heat. So I woke up this morning, or was it yesterday morning? Yeah. Yeah, yesterday morning. I woke up and it was 37 degrees. So it was chilly, and so in order for me to get warm, I have to make a fire. It's not that I hate doing that. I don't. I really enjoy making a fire. It's kind of fun. It makes it like survival, you know. But there are times where I'm wishing that I can just turn on the heat. So I'd say everyone, and I'm talking about the times where it's -5 degrees and I'm camping, and I'm like freezing and trying to start a fire, and like there's like a snowstorm outside my tent. You know, so those days I wish, and I miss the heat, being able just to flip a switch and have heat. I miss the freedom of not always having to look back to see if there's a mountain lion behind me, or a bear, or guarding my food inside a bear bin. In the city, I don't have to do that, which is funny, because when I'm out here for a while and I go back to the city, every once in a while I'm looking and I'm like, wait a minute, I need to be looking for other dangers in the city, because there are a lot other different kinds, and I think it's more dangerous in the city. But I do, I miss that security of looking back, not having to always look back, and maybe you'd be eaten by a bear or a mountain lion or something. But I think that's all that I have that I can think of right now of what I miss in the city. I don't want this video to come off as complaining, because what I gain by being in my wilderness is totally worth giving up all those things that I was talking about. Not having good food, being cold, and not being able to see my friends, and going to concerts, and dating. You know, like, I give up all that because this right now in my life, this is truly what I need. It's not all of that other stuff. This is what I need. This is what makes me happy. And when I'm in the city for more than, say, 5 days, I have to come back here, because this is worth all of that. And I just wanted to make sure that you understood that, and we're clear with that, because this is home. Thanks for joining me today on this video. I hope you liked it, and if you go out into the wilderness, let me know what you miss in the city. I would be curious. It's time for me to actually truly unpack all my stuff. I cannot procrastinate anymore, so I'm gonna get going, and I really truly hope that I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.